I want you to listen to something you said in your own campaign just about 17 months ago. In July 2006, you're campaigning against a Democrat, Ned Lamont. Much of your party, as you well know, abandoned you in that primary. And you said this to Ned Lamont about the stakes in the 2008 presidential election. Let's listen.
I want Democrats to be back in the majority in Washington and elect a Democratic president in 2008. This man and his supporters will frustrate and defeat our hopes of doing that.
Why important now, Senator Lieberman, to elect a Republican president in 2008?
Well, what I was saying in that is exactly the reason why I'm supporting John McCain today. Look, I'm from a tradition of the Democratic Party that goes back to Harry Truman and Hubert Humphrey, Scoop Jackson, progressive on domestic policy, strong on foreign and defense policy. My opponent last year and the group around him represented an entirely different point of view. And I stood and fought them. And I said if they won the primary, I worried that they'd embolden and strengthen that element within the Democratic Party. Presidential candidates in 2008 in the Democratic Party would begin to defer to that group in the party. And in November, they'd have a hard time convincing the American people who know we're at war against a brutal enemy that attacked us on 9/11 that they were prepared to do what's necessary to defend America. So, in fact, what I worried about has happened. And in fact, that's why I'm supporting John McCain, because honestly, he's closer to the Truman, Jackson, Humphrey Kennedy foreign policy that I associate with being a Democrat than the other candidates are today. And most important, he's got a proven record of breaking through the partisanship. He can unite our country to defend our country against the Islamist extremists and win this war. And look, what you talked with John about before is exactly an example. He supported the war, as I did, against Saddam Hussein. It was the right thing to do. But when he saw the strategy going wrong, he didn't yield to partisan loyalty and not criticize the president, Secretary Rumsfeld. He said, we got to change this. It's not working. And when they finally did, it's begun to work. So that's why I support John McCain, and that's why I think it's totally consistent with what I said last year.